Hello. Hi guys. So today I'm going to read Theong fanfic. It's just an experiment. I'm experimenting with my channel. I want to see what works and what not works because my lives have been like mm, kind of boring, I feel. So I just thought reading a fanfic would be a good idea. So that's why I'm here to read fanfic. So when I was looking for this fanfic and I just searched like on Google like BTS fanfic, and then this was the like first option that I saw was CRYBABY. So I was curious, and it has like 1.5 million views, like 1.5 million reads. So I was like, I should also try reading it. So I don't know how long I will read it, but see, if you guys like it, if I like it, then I will continue reading it. But if we don't, then I'll just stop and see what you know what reaction I'm getting from you guys. So yeah, if I get like nice kind of results, nice kind of reaction, then I'm going to continue doing it. And if I won't, then I'll just jump over some another new different thing. So, and yes, so English is not my first language, so you know what I mean. So it probably won't be that good, but I'm just going to try, do my best. That's what I'm going to try. So please stay tuned. Stay here. So this is the complete live, and it's like cute one. This fanfic is the cute fanfic. So BTS fanfic, crybaby, fiction, fluff. So this is fluff. So it's not like some 18 plus content. I guess it's not like that. I don't know. So let's just see. So here is like a little bit summary. I don't know what to call it, but few lines from the books, from the fanfic they have given, like, when I saw you crying, I just want to hug you tight and tell you that everything's gonna be alright. Kim Taeyong. What happens if a crybaby meets a cold hearted boy that hates people crying? Lee Soeun, a crybaby, and Kim Taeyong, the deadly, attractive, yet cold hearted guy. Will Soeun be crying more, or will she manage to make the cold hearted boy Kim Taeyong turn warm again? So, let's go and find out. It's a complete fanfic, and I guess many people have already read it. So tell me in the comments if you guys have already read it, how it was. So I will probably read like one or two chapters. I don't know. If I like, then I'm going to continue reading it. If I don't, then let's just move to another fanfic or some another thing. Okay. So this has started. 2018 and ended in 2021. So, okay, let's read the first chapter. It's emotional child abuse, yaar. That's this is the starting of the fanfic. That's intense. Okay. Flashback. I want a divorce. The woman spat to her husband harshly. She was folding her arms and looking at him coldly. You want a divorce? Why? Just because I slept with oh my god, with some other slut. Oh my god. Okay, so he spat back to her face until he spit a little. He spat back to her face until he spit a little. I don't know what that means. Okay, do you guys know like what's happening? I think they're spitting on each other like two kind of thing. I don't know. Okay, this is a serious kind of thing, but okay, we're gonna move. The beautiful woman's eyes went wide on what he was saying. Some other slut? I am your wife and you are my husband. How could you say that? She screamed back, and she was furious. She couldn't believe her ears. A smack sound was heard across the room. A hard slap went to her cheek. The woman looked back to the guy that once loved her endlessly with a shocked expression. Tears were coming out from her eyes as she touched her stinging cheek. Oh my god. Ah, this is kind of, I didn't expected that I'm going to read something like this, but I don't know. Okay, let's keep reading. You don't scream at me like that. Her husband barked, and the woman looked at him in disbelief as she held her cheek. The woman huffed. You know what? I'm leaving you. I'm too tired to be with you anymore. The woman took a shaky breath. Let's end this. Without any glance, the woman stomped her feet and went to pack her things. Soeun, their daughter, who is still 5 years old, was there, standing near a wall, holding her precious teddy bear, eyes watering as she was watching the whole thing. Go then. You are just a burden. The man screamed so loud it made the little flinched. Soeun closed her eyes and held the teddy bear in her short little arms. Hearing Crazy Man, the woman grabbed her suitcase and was about to go out from the house without looking back. But her daughter was fast to run and cling to her mother's legs, preventing her from leaving. Soeun dropped her precious teddy bear, but stopping her mother was way more important. At least that's what she had learned. Mummy, please don't go. Don't leave. Soeun begged and cried so hard until she hiccuped. Her tears were pouring non-stop from her eyes like a waterfall. Her mother stopped for a bit, and her hands were tightening around the handle of her suitcase. She yanked her leg harshly from the little one's trapping arms. Soeun stumbled and fell on her bum, but she was fast enough to crawl and cling on her mother's leg once again. Oh my god, this is so emotional, guys. Hey, hey, army girl. So, where I was? Ah. Please, mommy, I love you. Please don't leave me. I promise I won't play outside and make my clothes dirty again. She was stuttering so bad. I promise I won't eat candies anymore. Soeun was crying so hard until her throat felt sore. Her cheeks were all wet because of her salty tears. Please, mommy, Soeun begged once more, hoping this will change her mother's mind of leaving her. Instead, her mother yanked her leg out of her grasp again and looked at her daughter's crying figure. Soeun blinked, sniffing as she looked at her mother. Mommy, her hands desperately reached out to her mom again but stopped when her mother started talking. Go away. I was never your mother. You were never a daughter to me. I never loved you. She spat harshly to Soeun and gave her a cold look, leaving her alone at the cold floor. Like, what? Is she a stepmom or something? Anyways, the little one's tears stopped, eyes widen at her mother's harsh words. No, mommy, please come back, please. She yelled so loud, but the older figure just go without looking back. Soeun grasped and woke up from her baby blue, baby blue bed, feeling her body covered with cold sweats. She quickly sat down and held her head as she felt headache coming. Soeun had to calm her breath to feel like she was suffocated. That dream again. Ah, now she's grown up. That dream again, Soeun whispered to herself as she bit her lip, attempted to stop herself from crying, but sadly, the feelings were just too overwhelming until she can't hold back her tears from falling. I hate that much, she whispered as she took her brown teddy bear and hugged it tightly in her arms. I had the same dream, she cried hardly as her face was now red and was covered with salty tears. It hurts. It hurts for her to have these weak feelings every time. It took Soeun a few mo- a few min sorry. It took Soeun a few minutes to calm down. She rubbed her face and got up from her bed and get ready for school. She sighed heavily. So she is a school student now. Oh, what was her age back there? How old was she? 5 years old. She was 5 years old and now she's going to school. Hey guys. Hello, army girl. So I will continue, okay? How am I gonna leave on like this? She thought by herself. For her, it's so bothersome that she cries that easily. After washing her face and did her routine, she wore her school uniform and looked at the mirror. Soeun looked at her skirt. Why are the school skirts so short? She thought, okay. Many people actually want, like girls want their skirt to be short. This is what they have mostly shown in the dramas, right? This is kind of new. Sighing as she brushed her skirt with her hands, pulling it down slightly to make it lower, but it was no use. Soeun went to the door and she wore her shoes. She walked to school with earphones plugged in her ears. Random songs was playing. Any song would lighten her mood at least a bit before entering classes. Soeun bit her bottom lip and sighed again. She never liked school. She hated school so much. Who likes them anyway, right? I also didn't like my schools that much. I was just like ready to come back home. Yeah. So, yeah. Another day of school. Another day of hellhole. Another day of hearing insults from the people in her school. My God, who are the people insulting her? I guess teachers, or does she have bullies? Okay. Now it's raining, guys, so I think the rain sound will come bother us. Let me just close the windows. Well, I don't think that closing window is helping the sound, but I think it will help to reduce it in some way. So, yes, let's read. So, you guys are able to hear my voice, right? Okay, so let's go. Mm, yeah, some people insult her. Why would anyone do that? Like, schools. Sometimes schools are really horrible place. Soeun arrived at school and was on the way to her locker. Her heart shattered in pieces as she saw her locker was full of insults and curses such as stupid, ugly, whore, bitch, and a lot more. Why would anyone do that? These people are crazy, I guess. Why would anyone? Okay. Soeun sighed once more, trying hard to ignore all the words at her locker, and checked her timetable. When someone slammed her back against the wall harshly, she hissed at the pain. Sean's eyes went wide on the person. Wang Jackson. Oh my god, why? I mean, why they make Jackson Wang a villain? Actually, Jackson Wang is really like a nice person. I have seen him for so many times. He's such a nice person, and to tell you the truth, even when I was like writing my own fanfic, like I was writing fanfic, so I also thought to make like Jackson Wang. He's such a villain. I don't know why. Villain roles like really suits him. I have no idea why, but in reality he has such a good, nice personality. But when it comes to like villain roles, I'm like curious if he's going to do any dramas or any movies in future, and I would like to see what role he chooses. Like with this fanfic, I think he can nail the villain role for sure. So, yes. Van Jackson, the troublemaker of the school. He never had good records in this school. Jackson Wang was a real bully for Soeun. He always insulted her, hurting her every second. Jackson Wang hated Soeun's guts the most. Jackson liked seeing her cry and hurting. It was entertaining for him. Soeun gulped down her saliva as she felt her heartbeat quicker in fear. She looked at Jackson that was giving him a nasty smirk. Hey, loser. Okay, so the chapter 1 ends here. Ah, so it's kind of just starting it. I don't know what's going to happen. Where is Kim Taeyong? Okay, I'm waiting for him. Let's see. The chapters, I guess, yeah, it was like not that, it didn't take that long to reach the end, right? When I was reading. What do you guys think? Is it quicker when you read it in your mind, or is it quick like, you know, like this when I'm reading? So the comments are, girl, don't waste your energy, just kill him. Oh my god. Okay, let's go. I don't want Jackson Man to be killed, like show his nice side. I'm hoping that he will change in future, like in the fanfic. So next chapter. Hmm, why isn't it changing? Okay, next chapter. Soeun didn't answer Jackson and looked at him in fear. She was shaking since she knows what he could do to her. Jackson was heartless, very heartless. Soeun was afraid of him. What now, Jackson? She stuttered. She barely can make a sentence. Jackson smirked. He knew what his effect has on Soeun. He knew that Soeun was afraid of him. Jackson lifted his hand and he slapped Soeun's cheek. Why? Why is he slapping? This is, oh my god, this is so harsh. He slapped Soeun's cheek over and over again, ignoring her whining of pain. Soeun tried hard not to break down in tears. It really hurt. She felt her cheeks bleed a bit. Oh my god, how can someone hit someone? The cheeks are bleeding. I don't think I'm going to continue reading this fanfic because it's just so painful. It might not be good for my mental health. Well, if you talk about that, I have read this comic called Blind Play, which has like really psychotic, like psychopath killer story. But this is different because now when you read this fanfic, you're going to actually visualize the real people like Jackson, Taeyong. You are going to visualize them. But when you were reading a comic, there were like characters, right? There were different characters. But here, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to continue reading this. Let's find out. Okay. Ignoring her whines of pain, Soeun tried hard not to break down in tears. It really hurt. She felt her cheeks bleed a bit. You are annoying. Look at you. Makes me want to puke. and just kill you. Why don't you die already? I I don't know if I should read this. Okay. He whispered lowly on her ear and slammed her on the locker purposely hard, making Soeun flinch in pain. Soon choked out a sob and began crying in front of him due to the pain on her back. Jackson's words made her feel so hurt. She felt herself being bullied so bad. But Sion can't find herself fighting back. Why? Why can't you fight back? Just punch him. Well, Jackson, when I say this, I really like Jackson, okay? But this character is not good. Just punch him. Oh, is Yoon gonna cry again? Jackson asked with a sarcastic tone and faked a sad tone. Sion looked down and didn't answer him. Jackson let out a scoff and slapped her other cheek. Sion didn't want to make a sound despite on how painful was the slap. Pathetic loser, he spat and pushed her to the floor and kicked her stomach. Oh my god, kick him! Kick him! Where you should kick him, okay? Shit. Okay. Sion couldn't hold it anymore. She was crying. Little sobs were coming out from her mouth. Of course, if you kick someone, if you slap someone, they're gonna make some sound like they will. It hurts, yeah. And if you kick someone in the stomach, that's horrible. That's really horrible. Students around there seems to surround them to see what's happening. They but never report to the teacher. Jackson kept on kicking Sion's stomach, making her grasp in pain, making her gasp in pain. She tried to shield her poor stomach using her two arms. Her arms hurt, but it was better than her stomach. That was probably turning into purple now. Stop. Sion begged weakly, and tears were streaming violently from her eyes. But Jackson wasn't going to stop any sooner. He even laughed creepily as he continued kicking her stomach. After a few more kicks, Sion felt her surrounding getting darker and she fell into a deep sleep. Jackson looked at Sion that was still lying on the ground, her arms still hugging her stomach, and her eyes were now closed tightly. So pathetic. He scoffed out. He looked at her once again and kneeled near her. This is what the people that annoys me get when they appear on my face, he said lowly. His face was blank. Why did you fainted? You were making me missing all the fun, Jackson said again as he slapped Sion's cheeks. Weak. And without blinking, Jackson left Sion alone at the floor and walked away. Guys, this is really I didn't thought, okay. I just came here like I thought it's going to be cute, like I told you guys in the intro, like fluff means cute, right? The not adult kind of things, but this is horrible. If this is this thing, how can kids do this kind of things? This is not cute. This is not right. I don't think I'm going to read it. Just this second chapter, and if nothing good is coming after this, then I'm not reading this anymore. I'll just go and read some other fanfic, okay? Wake up, wake up, Sion heard a faint voice. She felt her body was shaken softly. She opened her eyes and blinked a few times to get used to the brightness. Like, okay, before going in front, forward, guys, this is really wrong to hurt someone. And how can someone hurt someone this bad because they just, the someone's face annoys them? This is so psychotic. Psycho Jackson. Okay, let's go forward. She opened her eyes and blinked a few times to get used to the brightness. Seung, are you okay? Why are you laying on the ground? The school doctor, Dr. Yoon, asked. Dr. Yoon knew about Seung since she was injured quite a lot, and she visits the infirmary often. Worried expression was plastered on the doctor's face. Did I pass out? Seon thought to herself. Her mind was completely blank. You okay? The doctor asked again. Your cheek is bleeding. She trailed. Dr. Yoon felt pity for Seon. She has been telling her to report the bullying matter to the teachers, but Seon never got guts to do it. I mean, if the doctor knows what's happening, why can't doctor report it? I mean, why she has to go and report it herself? Why can't teachers take action for what is happening around them? Don't they have eyes or something? If you point out something, you have to take a step for the student and not wait for them, to report it. She knows that he probably threatened her not to report because if she did, he will add more worries on her. I don't know how to say this word. Okay. Seon put on a fake smile. I'm okay, Dr. Yoon. Don't worry. She stood up with the doctor's help. Seon murmured in moan in pain as she touched her stomach. It probably has a bruise now. Let me BRUISE. Bruise, okay. We say it like bruise. Bruise. I think I got back, so this is my mom's phone, so it's just hard for me to use, and I'm not used. No, I'm not yet used to this phone. Yes, so that's why Mm, it's old phone, so it just keeps doesn't have like new features in it, so it can't just have two things open at the same time. So where was I? Bruise. He will add more bruises on her. Soeun put on her fake smile. I'm okay, doctor. Okay, this is what I have. Okay, it probably has a bruise now, Soeun said in her mind. Did he hurt you in the stomach this time? Dr. Yoon signed out. She held her head. She didn't know how she could help Soeun. You should report. You know I can't do that. Soeun cut her off. I should get going. I'm late to class. Thank you. With that, Soeun walked away. Soeun realized that she was 40 minutes late for the class. Shoot, probably will get detention again today, she thought and started running. Soeun entered the class and Miss An was there teaching the subject. She knocked on the door timidly, and with that, all the eyes were on her. Soeun didn't miss that Jackson was smirking at her. Well, Soeun, mind to explain? Why are you late? Why are you late for my class? Miss Anne asked. Although she is a woman, she had an intimidating look that will make you shrink in seconds if you get on her nerves. What am I gonna say? Soeun thought. She can't even tell the truth. So instead of explaining, she apologized and looked down. Miss Anne sighed. She was tired of Soeun for not giving her reasons why she was late at the time. Detention for 2 hours after school. Miss Anne didn't even look at her while she talked to her. Yes, Miss Anne, Soeun replied. There was no other option. She went to her seat while all the students' eyes on her. Soon hated the stairs and being in the center of the attention. This will be a long day, she thought and sighed. I have no idea. Why is this fanfic so painful to read? It's not anything that I would enjoy reading. So I think I'm just going to end this for chapter 2. That's what we screaming call the teachers, bro. Yes, some types of shit. I don't understand if this kind of things are happening in the school to your students and teachers are like, oh, you. I don't understand. This is so irresponsible. Teachers are like in their own world, I guess, and they are waiting for the students to come. This is nonsense. Like if you see some student doing something, you caught them and you know something is happening bad to a student, then teacher should take the step and do something. This is really wrong. Is it going to get better? I mean, I hope it does. I hope it does get better. So I'm just going to should I have no idea, because it just made me so sad. This story is like, I don't know if it gets better or not. Let's see. I just don't wanna really read it, but have you guys read it? Anything like that? Please tell me if it gets better or something. Because it's a cry baby. But this, she is so painfully crying, I would say that. This is not like something cute, you're crying on some immature thing. Like, I thought you will cry on like anything and everything. But this is, so there are like, they are going to flirt. Are they going to be like flirting something? There is Jimin in the comments, so I didn't. This third chapter has Jimin, I guess so. So yeah, I don't feel like reading it, to tell you like the truth. This is really painful. Mm, so I guess I will just stop here, and you guys you guys tell me in the comments if I should, continue reading this chapter 3 or not, because I just feel like I should stop here, because this is so much painful. Is it going to be painful? That's my point. If it's going to be painful, like the whole fanfic is going to be like this, then I don't want to read it. I want some like cute comedy. This is what I came here in the mind, like the cry baby. I thought someone like really, kind person, like really cute person, and they are so emotional that they can't, hold their feelings in there. But if you see her character, she is really holding it. She is not weak, I would say that, because holding this kind of things that's happening with you, bad things happening with you, and you are holding it in, that needs a lot of like strength to do that. And she's been doing it, so I think she's the strong, but I want her to be more strong, to take a stand and fight with Jackson. Yes. I really want her to fight with Jackson, but I have no idea if I should continue reading this. So I just read 2 chapter, guys, and if you guys are like want me to read this, then I'm going to continue this in my next live. And I was just experimenting, and I wanted to see how is the reaction, how you guys, react to this. And I'm not sure how mm, to put how to put your guys reaction as well. So yes, I guess I'll just end this live here, and I will ask in the community post section where that if I should continue, you know this, or just end this. So, or maybe start some other fanfic, start reading some other fanfic. I just want to read some good fanfic which are not painful, which are funny, and those kind of things. And I hope I can do that. So why I really got the wrong idea from this cry baby. Okay, I didn't thought it would have like this painful, this ah like heavy start for this fanfic. So I don't know how it goes. If you guys have seen it, then please tell me. And yeah, I'll post something and then tell me if I should continue reading this. So I'll just stop for now. See you later. See you in another live. So bye bye guys. See you soon. Annyeong.